Okay, so we're going to do the exact same thing we did in the last lesson. So I'm going to start in the small triangle. So I'm going to start in triangle PBQ. Okay, and I'm going to calculate for BQ first. PBQ, I'm going to start by labeling. That BQ is my adjacent side. That's my angle. This is my opposite side, and that's my hypotenuse. I have my opposite and my angle, and I want my adjacent. So I'm going to use tan because of opposite and adjacent. So tan of the angle, 49,9 degrees, is equal to 528 over BQ, right? And then we're going to cross multiply. So BQ is equal to 528 over tan of 49,9 degrees, right? And my calculator's just switched itself off and canceled all my answers. Give me a second. Right, so I should get here correct to 2 decimal places. I should get for BQ 444,62 meters. That's what I get for BQ. Right, then I'm going to go into the next triangle, the big triangle. So I'm going to go in triangle PAQ, and I'm going to calculate for AQ. Right, so again, I'm going to label. So I know that this is my angle, AQ is my adjacent side, and 528 is my opposite, and this is my hypotenuse. And again, because I have my opposite and I'm looking for my adjacent, I'm going to use tan. So tan of 20,8 degrees is equal to 528 over AQ. Okay, and if I cross multiply, AQ is going to equal 528 over tan of 20,8 degrees. And the answer I should get there, 20,8 is 1,000, that's a big number, 1,389,97. Right, now, in order to find AB is going to equal to AQ minus BQ, which is going to be 1,389,97 minus, minus 444,62 minus 444,62, and the answer I'm looking for is 945,35 meters. All right, I'm just going to put a meters in there. All right, yeah, and that's how we're going to start today's lesson. I'm seeing somebody named Loriocracy. I don't know if that's like an actual person. I'm not sure. Please let me know your name so that I can help you in this case. Oh, hi, Gift. Hello, Gift. I'm wondering, who's Loriocracy? That's a very cool name. Okay. All right. Abu, on point as always. Emmanuel as well. Got it. Lovely. Hello, Gift. All right. So, Gift, I'm not sure if you were with us on Monday. Okay. But if you were not with us on Monday, a lot of what's happening here is going to look very, very confusing. Okay. And it's fine. What I am going to need you to do, Gift, is I'm definitely 100% going to need you to go watch Monday's lesson. Okay, because Monday's lesson explains 100% everything ma'am just did on the screen. Okay, without missing a beat, without skipping a single beat. I think we did 3 or 4 questions very, very similar to this one on Monday. So I need you to go watch that lesson. Okay, otherwise it's going to be a little bit tricky for you. Okay, and I'm very sorry for what I'm about to do next. Andiswa, hello Andiswa. You can find it on our YouTube channel. And again, I don't know why we're not able to find those. I'm going to investigate. I'm going to give you guys a new question, and then I'm going to go investigate, and then I'm going to drop the link to Monday's lesson for you guys, okay, in the chat. So just give me a couple of minutes and I'll figure that out. But we need to finish what we started on Monday, we started it on Monday and now we need to finish it. And it was this question that we were doing, right? We were doing this question over here, okay? And you'll see, given the information that we've been given over here, we managed to calculate everything written in red. Everything written in red is what we calculated. So they said, find the length of FD, and we did exactly what we were just doing above to find FD, so we found that. Find the length of EC, we managed to do that by finding that this angle over here is 54 degrees because that whole triangle ABC is a right-angled triangle, and we were able to find that there. Right, now we're going to be focusing on this question over here. Find the length of AD. We're not going to do question D. It goes around in circles and there's no need for us to do those things. All right. Okay, so we need to find the length of AD. Now we need to think a little bit outside the box, grade 10s. Okay, I'm sorry. Okay, we're going to have to think a little bit outside the box. So we're going to try and look at this as bits and pieces of a whole, right? Because it's very important that we understand that when we're looking for bits and pieces, there's a whole that we need to calculate and then subtract from it. So it says here, calculate the length of AD. AD is from here to here. I want somebody to tell me, I know that this triangle over here, the one that has AD in it, is not a right angled triangle. It's not. Okay, I know that for a fact because if that angle over there is 47 degrees, if this angle here is 47, that is not going to be a 90-degree angle. So I can't use trig here. But AD is made up of two other triangles. Who can tell me what those two triangles are? What two right-angled triangles is AD a part of? That's it, Abu, correct. ABC, I'm looking for the other one. Not BDE. It's not going to be BDE. You're correct on the ABC. Tristan on point. Hello, Tristan. Lovely. Yes. So we need to now look at the bigger triangle and subtract from it from the smaller one. Okay, so it's not as scary as it looks. Just give me a reaction. Is everybody okay to find the length of AD without ma'am's help? Give me a reaction, either a thumbs up or give me a thumbs down. Didimalo, is that supposed to be a thumbs up, or do you have a genuine question? Yes, we did this on Monday, Gift. We did. Okay, I'm going to assume it was a thumbs up because unless you want to unmute and okay, lovely. There we go. All right, so let's talk strategy. I'm sure we all understand where we're going with this at the point, right? So Abu says we need to use triangle ABC, right? That's the big triangle ABC. Now, I cannot calculate for AD using the big triangle. What are we going to calculate for in that big triangle? What side? We can use Pythag for EDC. Lovely. Good, Abu. We're going to look for the hypotenuse. Can you tell me what the hypotenuse is called? What is the side called? Side something, is it AB? Is it DE? What is the side that we're looking for called? That's it, correct. We're looking for side AC, right? So we can say in triangle ABC, there's our reference angle there. So we're going to label in terms of that reference angle, and we're going to look for AC. So Abu, you are spot on. We're going to use sine, right? And I'm going to take Tristan's idea because I do think it's a good idea for us to use Pythagoras to figure out what DC is equal to. So if we can find AC and then find DC, then I'm thinking we're all seeing what comes next, right? We're just going to take AC minus DC, and that will give us the thing that we want. All right, can I give you guys 4 minutes? 4 minutes sounds okay? Lovely. Thank you, Emmanuel. Good. Right. So I'm going to run to the bathroom because I've been drinking a lot of water. And by the time I come back, I'm hoping everybody will be where we need them to be. Okay. Gift, if you're a little stuck, that's okay. Just wait for me. Try your best to figure out, at least find AC and DC for me. And then I'm going to go very slowly through how to answer the question. Okay. So don't stress. All right. I'll be right back. Yes, Didimalo, that's correct. Angle A is 36 degrees. It's quite small. Sorry about that. Go to my baby. You're hogging the heater. One more minute. All right, peeps, that's time. Let's have a look at the answers really quickly. Yes, it is. It is. Okay, Andy. So, and this is the reason why we can say that. Okay, because this is angles on a straight line. We've already noted here that this is a right angle triangle. This came from the fact that they've told us that A, B, and E, F, E are parallel. So we figured that out in the lesson on Monday. Okay, so this means if this is angles on a straight line and that's 90 degrees, that means this must also then be 90 degrees because they must add up to 180. All right, okay, let's start with the easier one. I'm going to start with triangle DEC, and I'm going to calculate for DC. Now, Tristan says we should use Pythagoras. I'm going to do exactly that. So I know that DC squared is equal to DE squared, which is 2 comma 8 squared, plus 2 squared. So DC is going to equal to the square root of all of that. So 2 comma 8 squared plus 2 squared. And the answer that I get here is 3 comma 4 centimeters. 3 comma 4 centimeters. Remember, they want us to round off to just one decimal place. Okay, in this question. So I'm only going to take the 3 comma 4 centimeters. All right. But in triangle ABC, which is that one, the way we're going to use the 36 degrees, I need to label. I'm going to have to use not Pythagoras, trigonometry. So I'm going to label in terms of this. I know AB is my adjacent side, BC is going to be my opposite side, and AC is our hypotenuse. Now, AC is the thing that we're trying to calculate for. So what do I have? I've got my 36-degree angle, and I've got my opposite side. Now, my opposite side is not just 3 and 2, it's 5. That whole thing is 5. So that's my opposite side. And I want the hypotenuse. Now, what am I going to use? O and H, I need to use sine. So I know that sine of the angle theta is equal to opposite over hypotenuse. So sine of 36 degrees is equal to my opposite, which is 5, over my hypotenuse, which is AC. I'm going to put that over 1 and I'm going to cross multiply. If I do that, I'm going to get that AC is equal to 5 over sine of 36 degrees, which will give me 8,5 as an answer. I hope everybody got that as an answer as well. 8,5 centimeters. Now, I'm not done because I want AD. So I know that AD is going to equal to AC minus DC, which is 8,5 minus 3,4, and that will give us 5,1 centimeters. All right, how did we do, guys? Did we do good? Good, lovely. Well done, Didimalo. All right, be careful, be careful. Okay, you must round. You must round up. Otherwise, we're going to lose a mark, Abu, but you did it beautifully. Well done. You did that beautifully. Nicely done. All right, Gift, are we still a little bit confused? I know it's a bit confusing. We're going to move on to another question. You met us halfway through this question, so we are actually going to start a brand new question, and we'll take it a little bit slower. We'll take it a little bit slow. Okay, so don't stress. All right, let's look at the next thing that we've got. Okay, now, grade 10s. This question requires us to use critical thinking skills above anything else that we've done. Okay, so we need to be very, very clear that this is not just the question of trigonometry, even though it is, but we need to understand the algebra behind it. We need to remember things like ratio. We need to now start thinking outside of just practical numbers, because a lot of these are not going to give us just numbers. Okay, so I want us to read the information very, very slowly and try and make sense of what's happening over here. Oh, Princess, that's okay. Okay. Oh, you want, must I help you? Must I help you? I'm happy to help you. That's okay, Princess. You know, this is the place for us to make these kinds of mistakes so that we don't make them in tests and exams. So, okay. All right. Okay. Let's read through it slowly. It's fine. That's good. As long as you've picked up on it. Okay. I'm about to explain in just a little bit. Okay. I'm going to explain, Gift. Don't stress. Yes, Emmanuel, ratio is part of maths. Ratios are maths. Okay, let's take it slowly, guys. It says here, given below is triangle ABC with point D on the point BC. Now, A, this tiny little funky looking A, actually stands for alpha, right? Now it says that angle alpha is half of beta. I'll make it a little bit more visible. This is B and this is alpha. That's beta and that's alpha. Okay. So they're saying that angle alpha is half of the size of angle beta, right? The B stands for beta. All right. Then it says BD, which is the distance from there to there, is 4 units. So let me make that a little bit more visible. 4 units, right? And then they say the ratio of BD to BC is 1:3. Right. Now, this is a lot of info. Okay, we've got to start thinking a little bit more. No, Tristan. No. We're not going to MathsLive. We're not going to MathsLive. No. We're not doing that. All right, let's think about this. Okay, so they're telling us what the ratio actually is, right? Let's start with the ratio because, I mean, we know that from here all the way up to here is a ratio of 1:3, right? Now, we know that this 1 over here, right? 1 is 4. And I'm lying. 1:3. That whole thing there is 3. Now, if this over here is 4, how much is going to be from there to there? How much is it going to be from there to there? Has anybody figured it out yet? DC is not going to equal to 12. What is equal to 12 specifically, Emmanuel? Not DC. What is equal to 12? That's it, Tristan. BC is equal to 12. Well done, Abu. Right, because this thing is in a ratio of 1:3 from BD to BC. If BD is 4, that means BC is 12, right? But what does that then tell us about DC? DC is how much? How many units is DC then? That's it. Tristan's got it. Good. That's it, Ziketelo. Lovely. Do you see how they're trying to trick you guys? We've got to read, hey? We've got to read the question. Good. So we know that if this is in a ratio of 1:3, that is 1, and the whole thing is 3. That means the whole thing is 12. DC will then be 8 units. Okay. So it's in the way we read it. We need to be able to understand exactly what it is they're telling us. Now, let's look at these questions and let's try and make sense of what's happening here. Okay, so question number 1 says, find AB in terms of. Now, I want us to put a big asterisk, like take a highlighter and put a highlighter around the word, around the phrase in terms of. Okay. If you're writing everything that ma'am is doing, if you're writing it down, or if you're taking screenshots, take a screenshot and circle that and highlight the word in terms of. Because the word in terms of means that our answer will not be just a number. Okay, when they say in terms of beta, that means when I give my answer for AB, I'm going to have AB is equal to something, something, and there'll be a beta in my answer. Like beta will be part of my answer. Can I get a reaction? Thumbs up. Is everybody understanding what ma'am is saying? Okay, Tristan is a bit lost. Okay, I'm seeing a couple of thumbs up, but I can explain again. All right, so let's say I'll give another very quick example. Okay. If I said to you, Tristan, if I said I've got AX minus B is equal to C, and I say to you, solve for X in terms of A, B, and C. What does that tell me about the answer that I'm going to get for X? It tells me that my answer for X will have an A and a B and a C in it. Can we solve for that very quickly? I'm sure we can, right? I'm just going to take negative B over to the other side and it's going to become positive B. I'll end up with AX is equal to C plus B, right? Now I need X on its own, so I'm going to divide both sides by A. So X is equal to C plus B over A. Do you see how my answer for X has A, B, and C in it? Am I making sense? Aha. Okay, cool. So when they say to us that we need to express AB in terms of beta, that means whatever answer I get, I'm going to do a couple of operations, and my answer for AB will have beta in it. Okay. Are we together? It is a literal equation. Correct, Abu. Nicely done. Good. That's the one. It's a literal equation. So because these are right-angled triangles, we're going to use things like Pythag. It's just that our answer, and Pythag and Trig, is just that our answers will not be fully fledged answers. We won't just have an answer that is just like 5 or 7 or 8. It's not going to be like that. Okay, our answer will have another variable in it that we haven't solved for. Okay, so let's go ahead and do the first question together, just so I can help you guys out with where our thinking is going in this particular question. Okay, so it says solve for AB. So we know that we're looking for AB. This is AB over here in terms of beta, which means they want us to use that angle there. They want us to use that angle there. Right, so I'm going to say, let me just rewrite beta. Okay, I'm going to label in terms of my angle. So I'm going to say this is my angle, this is my adjacent side, AB is my opposite side, and AD is my hypotenuse. Now, at the moment, I've already got my adjacent side, and I'm looking for my opposite side. According to SOHCAHTOA, what am I using? Sine, cos, or tan? Correct, Abu. It's not going to be cos. Are you seeing why, Emmanuel? Do we understand why it's not cos? I hope we do. All right. Okay, so we are going to then express this. We don't have a hypotenuse. We don't have an answer there. Now we want AB. So I know I'm going to use tan. So I'm going to start by saying tan of beta, which is what I actually have. Tan of beta is equal to my opposite, which is AB, over my adjacent, which is 4. Now I want AB on its own, so I'm going to cross multiply. So I'm going to end up with 4 tan beta is equal to AB. Are we all seeing how ma'am's answer for AB has beta in it? Thumbs up. Is everybody okay with how ma'am's done this? Yes, that's it, Emmanuel. Lovely. Okay, cool stuff. And that's how we do it. All right. Okay. Okay. No, Abu, we do not have to divide by 4 because we're not looking for tan beta. We're just looking for AB. So they said find AB. In fact, ma'am could write this. I could write it this way. I could say that AB, because 1 times AB will just give me AB, and then 4 times tan beta will give me AB is equal to 4 tan beta. And they said find AB. So I must have AB equals something. And there, I've got AB on its own. AB is equal to that. All right. That is the final answer, Princess. Okay. Delphi. Oh my goodness. When was the last time I did Delphi? When I was in high school. And that was years ago. I don't even think some of you guys were born back then. It was terrible. Okay. All right. Oh, Delphi is a programming language, Narisha. It's a programming language. So IT stuff. All right. Okay. Let's look at question B. Just give me a thumbs up using your reactions. Would you guys like to try question B on your own? Yes, because it's very, very similar to what we've just done with A. Okay, so I'm going to give you guys 3 minutes. Let's give you 3 minutes. Gift, I want you to just hold on for me and we'll do it together. Try and formulate a question, a statement, not a statement, an equation though, in the meantime. All right. All right, so this is A. Let's go ahead and try B, guys. Let's go. Go for it. Okay, you can use your reactions. You can type done in the chat when you're finished. You can let me know how it's going. Sure, Emmanuel, that was lightning fast. All right, I feel like we're getting somewhere. I like it, I like it, I like it. Okay. Tidimalo, your hand is up. I'm going to assume that was a thumbs up if you have something, if you have something to ask. Oh, there it is. It's a thumbs up. All right. Okay, let's quickly chat about the answer because I can see you guys are finally getting it. All right. So now in this case, guys, we want AB in terms of alpha and not in terms of beta. So we're going to use that angle there, and we're going to label in terms of that angle over there. So there is AB. That is my opposite side. BC, the whole of BC is my adjacent, and AC is my hypotenuse. Right, so when we write this down, we're going to say, we're going to use O and A because that's the information we've been given. So we're going to use tan again. So I'm going to say tan of alpha is equal to the opposite, which is AB, over the adjacent, which in this case is not 4, it's not 8, it's 12. So we must have 12 in our answer there. Right, then we're going to cross multiply. 1 times AB is just going to give me AB. And then I'm going to get 12 times tan alpha. AB is equal to 12 tan alpha. How did we do? Did we get it? I'm going to explain now. Lovely. All right, Andiswa, the reason why we are using the big triangle instead of the small one is because in question B, it says find AB in terms of alpha, not in terms of beta. Okay, they want us to use alpha, and we know what alpha is. There's alpha there. And alpha is part of the big triangle and not the small one. Am I making sense? Yes, are we okay with that, Andiswa? All right, lovely. Okay, it's just a matter of us understanding where we are. All right, good stuff. All right, let's talk about C, because they're using the word hence. Hence. Who can tell me, what does hence mean? Fence with an H. That's not it. Okay, you're onto something, Tristan. Therefore, but hence is very, very specific. Hence is quite specific. Thus would be another one. That's it, princess. That's what I'm looking for. Correct. It means use the information given above, or use the information that you've acquired above to solve for this thing, for the next thing. All right. So it says here, hence prove that alpha, that angle there, is equal to 30 degrees, given that AD is equal to 8 units. Now they've given us this. They've told us that AD is equal to 8 units. Right, we know that that's 8 units. With this information, right, we are proving that alpha is equal to 30 degrees. We are proving that alpha is 30 degrees. So we can't just then say, oh, thank you so much, alpha is now 30 degrees. We can't do that. That's the thing we're trying to prove. So we can't do that. We need to use the triangle that they've given us. Which triangle are we going to work in, guys? Yes, that's it. Abu, I mean, I don't even finish my sentences and Abu's already given us the correct things here. Okay. Correct. We can use triangle ABD, and we can use papyrus. Well, papyrus is not going to work. Pythagoras is not going to work here, because what are we looking for, guys? We're looking for a what? What is alpha? Alpha is it's an angle. So what are we going to have to do? Boop, boop. Yay, we're going to have to use shift angle. And you're 100% spot on, Emmanuel. And now I'm wondering why they say hence prove. Okay. We can get the size of AB, and then, oh, I see. And you're correct, because that's actually what we'd have to do. That is actually what we'd have to do. You're quite right. Okay, but in this case, we want beta first, because that's the information that they've given us. So we can find AB, just like what Abu is saying, and then we can use AB to find alpha. So I think that's actually what they mean when they say hence. Thank you, Abu. That's exactly what we can do. All right, so what we can do here is, just like Abu's saying, we can either, there are two ways we can do this. We can either use Pythag to find the length of AB. And if we can find the length of AB, then we can use this answer over here to find tan alpha. Okay, is everybody understanding where Abu's going with this? And I'm now realizing that we can, yes, so that there's more than one way for us to find the answer that we're looking for. Okay, can I give you guys a thumbs up? Can you guys give me a thumbs up? Do we want to just do our own thing and find the answer, or thumbs down if you'd like ma'am to help you with a specific type of way to do it? Okay. Lovely. Okay. I'm going to give you guys about 5 minutes. I'm going to give you guys about 5 minutes, and then we will see. That's okay, Gift. Like I said, if you were here for Monday's lesson, a lot of the stuff that we're doing right now might be a little bit more helpful. Okay. Yes, correct, Pumizile. All right. 5 minutes, everyone. Go for it. Okay, you've got less than a minute, guys. For those of you who are done, do you want to just attempt D? D is quite easy. In fact, I think it's easier than all the other ones we've done so far. So quickly just find the value of AC. I mean, they've given us enough information. Now that we know what alpha is and we know what BC is equal to, we should be able to find AC quite easily. All right, peeps, that's time. Let's quickly have a look at these answers here. Okay, so there are two ways to do this. And I bet you Emmanuel finished in 30 seconds because he did the easiest of them, right? Which means he didn't use the information above. He just used the information they've given him in this triangle over here, in triangle ABD, right? So if we look in triangle ABD, I know that I have my adjacent, and I have my hypotenuse. I have my hypotenuse and I want my angle beta, right? If I find my angle beta, I can just use cos. So I'm going to say cos of beta is equal to 4, adjacent over hypotenuse is 8. Because I want beta, I'm going to find shift cos of 4 over 8. If I punch this into my calculator, it's going to tell me that beta is equal to 60 degrees. Now, this statement over here tells us that alpha is half of beta. So alpha is going to be half of beta, which is half of 60 degrees, and that is indeed 30 degrees. Okay, thumbs up. Did everybody use this method, or did we use something different? Okay, I knew Emmanuel used that one the second he did that the easy way. Okay, Abu, explain to me what's happened. Because, yeah, I think we may have lost the plot a little bit there. Okay, so it would have been that easy. Now, if we used Pythag, we should end up with the exact same answer. And let me show you how. Okay, we're not going to get to that question today. I'm just going to move over a little bit to the side. Okay, let me erase this part so that I can use it. Okay, all right. So if we use the other way, if we use Abu's way, we can use Pythagoras, right? So I'm going to find AB because that's the information we've been given up above. And me deleting all of that information doesn't help. Okay, I'm going to use B. So I'm going to erase A and I'm going to use that part up here, right? So if I have to find AB using Pythag, I'm going to go AB is equal to the square root of the hypotenuse squared minus the short side squared, which is going to give me, if I punch this into my calculator, will give me 4 root 3 as an answer. And that's what AB is equal to. Okay, AB is equal to 4 root 3. Now, if we go back to the information that we've gotten over here, this one has alpha in it. So I'm going to use this information here. I can move over now. Okay, let's erase all of that lovely stuff. So I know that the equation we had before said AB is equal to 12 tan of alpha. Now, I know what AB is equal to. AB is equal to 4 root 3. I've just calculated it. So 4 root 3 is equal to 12 tan alpha. Now, I want tan alpha on its own. So I'm going to... That's okay, guys. It's okay. So I'm going to divide both sides by 12. I'm going to divide by 12 here, divide by 12. So what I'm left with is that tan alpha is equal to 4 root 3 over 12. Now I want alpha all its own, so I'm going to shift tan, right? So alpha is equal to shift tan of 4 root 3 over 12. And this one won't even take you to 60 degrees. It will take you straight to the answer of 30 degrees. It won't waste any time. It will give you the exact answer that you need. All right. Oh, I'm sorry, Gift. I'm sorry. I know it happens. All right. So if we were a little bit lost in this particular case, I understand why. Some of the stuff does get challenging. This particular question I wanted us to do because I knew that the interpretation of the question itself would have been a bit more difficult. Yes, Emmanuel, you could have used sign to solve. Yes, correct. You could have used sign because you would have had, oh, wait, sign. Or do you not mean, man, we can only use tan here. We can't use sine because for sine, we would have needed the hypotenuse. Oh, yes. So we would have had that side and we would have had the angle. So, and the hypotenuse. So we would have been able to find the angle that is correct. Okay, that's okay. That's how we learn, Abu. That's how we learn. All right. If we're having a bit of trouble with this, guys, it's worth another watch. Okay. Because we need to understand exactly what it is we're doing when interpreting the question. Now, remember, it's nice and everything to have ma'am here to help you guys with these questions, but I'm telling you now, okay, sometimes I'm not there. In tests and exams, I'm not there. We're going to have to start thinking outside the box and we're going to have to start extending